Hey guys, what's going on? It is Birdie Boogie, and first up, I just want to apologize because it has been a week since I have released a video. I originally was going to release some videos during the weekend at Royal Rumble, but I was just so exhausted whenever I got back to the hotel from the shows that it just didn't happen. And then just recovering from this week has been rough, but I am back. And as you can tell from this video, I actually want to tell you a little bit of a story of what happened at the Royal Rumble, along with sharing some pictures and a couple videos. And really, this is just a big thank you to the WWE, because they really kind of saved me here, which I thought the show was not going to be as enjoyable as it could have been. But yeah, I just want to talk about my experience at the Royal Rumble, tell you how the WWE had my back, and I really want to thank them and the person who did help me. And just share some pictures and videos along the way. So Sunday, January 26th, Minute Maid Park. I was waiting in line outside Minute Maid Park just to get in right as those doors were opening. I got in. I will say it got a little bottlenecked with security because there was not that many doors, but it ended up being okay, especially compared to something like WrestleMania 33, which is a mess getting in. It overall was pretty easy getting in. I probably lined up about 30 minutes before the show started, and I got in about 30 minutes after doors opened. So not bad. I'll take that. I immediately walked in, went to the merch because I wanted to get the I Was There t-shirt. I'm actually going to throw up a picture so you can see all the merch that they had there. So they actually had 3 different I Was There t-shirts. They had 2 that were in Astro colors and then 1 that was just all in black with the superstars on it. Decided to go with the all in black. I'm an Atlanta Braves fan, and with all the news surrounding the Houston Astros right now, it just didn't seem right to have the Astros I Was There shirt. But definitely cool. And if the rumors are true and that the Royal Rumble is going to be in Safeco Field next year for the Seattle Mariners, I definitely think I'd pick up a Seattle Mariner I Was There shirt. But definitely pretty awesome that they're tying in the baseball teams, and it gives me a little bit of hope that one of the WrestleMania I Was There shirts will involve the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year at Raymond James. So from there, in case you didn't see my travel package video, I had a travel package. So I had the gold travel package, which had me in section D, row 2, seat 1. And section D was actually part of the Diamond Club. So basically, if it was an Astros game, I'd be right behind home plate, a little bit to the right, second row. So these would be amazing seats if it was a baseball game. But unfortunately, what I quickly found out is that these weren't the best seats for the Royal Rumble, because as you'll see in these pictures in this quick video I did of a shot around the arena, I guess the stadium would be a better word for it, you really couldn't see what was going on. I mean, I couldn't see the ring at all. I could see the screens. You'll see one of the screens was blocked, but I could see one of the Titantrons up in the top right. But as you can see, I really could not see what was happening in the ring at all. And this is when I started getting a little worried. So I decided to breathe for a minute. I was like, well, we'll see what happens. Let's just wait it out. Maybe it'll get better. I wasn't sure what I was thinking at that point, but I was just like, I'm going to go get some food. I'm going to get some bottled water. So I went back up. I got a bottle of water. I came back down about halfway through the Shorty G versus Sheamus match. The big thing I noticed, and I especially noticed this in the next match, was Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo, was that everyone around me was like so upset they couldn't see, because I'm pretty sure that most of the people in that section actually were from the travel package, that like the mood was so shot. Like there was no cheering, there was no crowd reaction at all. I started texting my friend, and I was like, at this point I could have paid $40 for nosebleeds and still seen the ring. Just to put that in perspective, the gold travel package for the Royal Rumble, it was just me that did it, which was $1,325. And my NXT Worlds Collide seat was great. I'll have a video about Worlds Collide tomorrow. But yeah, my Worlds Collide, or I'm not sure tomorrow, possibly Saturday or Monday. We'll have to wait and see. I think this will go out the day after I'm filming it. But yeah, my Worlds Collide seat was amazing. So to go from that to this felt very odd. So I remember that WWE actually, they emailed the concierge, I guess you can call this person, for the travel packages. His name is Billy. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to text him and we're just going to see what happens. So I texted him and I said, hey, I hate to bother you, and I'm sure it's an extremely busy day. I bought the gold travel package and I literally cannot see the ring. Is there anything you can do? A shot in the dark, because my whole mindset was, if I can't get moved, then I'll just move up to a nosebleed myself, because they're not going to check tickets way up high in the nosebleeds. And at least I'll still get to see the ring. The crowd will still be amped and I'll still enjoy the show. So he got back to me pretty quickly. And he said, at this moment, there's nothing I can do. I'll let you know if I can move you. Okay, sure. Cause at this point it's still pre-show time. So I was like, we'll figure things out before the show starts. Cause then when the show starts, then things get real complicated. So he texts me back about 5 minutes later, and he says that section 118 is available. He says it'll be a little higher up. And so essentially section 118 was right behind D. So we're like in the 100s now. So I'm a little bit higher up. I'd still be kind of in that middle. So I said, that'd be awesome. I'll take it, whatever. It sucks that I had to pay that much, sit in the 100s, but whatever, I will take it. So he said, please hold. Cool. I didn't reply to it. I didn't hear anything for about 10 minutes. So I texted him. I just said, thank you. Just so he knew I was still interested. And then he texted me back and he said, just one. And I said, yes. And he said, copy. And another 10 minutes went by. And I'm getting a little nervous at this point, because I don't know if this was like, what was going on, if this is actually going to work. So there was actually a father and son behind me in the D section that also got a travel package. And I saw them go up to Billy, because I actually saw Billy on the floor. He was standing there talking to somebody. And I saw them go up to Billy, talk to him, get 2 tickets and walk away. So I was like, interesting. And let me just preface this by saying I am not a complainer. Everything here I was not expecting. I was not demanding anything. I was literally just seeing what could be done. Like I've said from the very beginning, if nothing could have been done, I was just going to go to a nosebleed myself, because at the end of the day, I was just there to watch the show. That's all I wanted to do, was watch the show. I don't care where I'm sitting. I just want to see. That's what it came down to. I'm not a complainer in the slightest. I'm not, someone that's going to make a scene to try and improve my situation. So I went up to Billy and I introduced myself. I said, hi, I'm, Birdie Boogie. We've been talking. And he was like, so what section are you in? And I said, D, row 2. And he has this stack of tickets in his hand, like this, it was a thick stack of tickets in his hand. And he's flipping through them, and he grabs one. He hands it to me and he goes, floor 3, just promise you won't try and steal a seat after the show. Enjoy the show. And he shook my hand. At this point, I was a little bit in shock. It's funny. I think I left I left a half full bottle of water. I mean, if you bought bottle of water at these events, they're expensive, just sitting at my seat. Cause I honestly was not expecting anything to happen. I was, expecting him to basically tell me to fuck off. I don't know what I was expecting, but he hands me the ticket and just goes, floor 3. So we shake hands and I instantly start walking towards, where the floor seats are. Cause at this point, I'm in shock. I still don't know where I'm going to be sitting. I just see floor 3, row K, seat 1. Didn't know what that meant. So at this point in time, the Stone Cold intro for the Royal Rumble has begun. I still have not watched it because I was figuring out all of this when this was playing. So I'm walking, I see floor 5, I see floor 2, I can't find floor 3. Finally, I find floor 3, and floor 3 is essentially in front of the camera. So, they're playing towards floor 3 essentially. And I'm looking, I can't find row K. It's dark because the intro is playing. And if you've ever done floor seats at a pay-per-view, this was my first experience with that. They have a little tag on the chair that has it, but since it was so dark and most people are sitting, I'm bending over trying to find it. So finally I find a security guard. And I'm like, hey, showing my ticket. Because obviously, everything's a little bit stricter when it comes to the floor. And, he points to a chair. And I'm like, okay. I sit down. And at this point, I'm going to show you a picture of what my view was. And I was in shock. I was like, holy shit, did this just happen? And this is really where I want to thank Billy and the WWE for taking care of me, because they easily could have told me to fuck off. They easily could have sent me to section 118. But, they truly wanted to make things right. And they definitely did. I'm going to release a pros and cons video of the travel package at some point. But I just want to thank them. I don't know if we'll ever see this. If you guys do, thank you so much for having my back, definitely taking care of things, making things right, because that was amazing. And And then I just want to tell you some awesome things that happened. I don't want to mean this to be a braggy video or anything, but I just thought it was really cool and I wanted to share the experience with you along with some pictures because it was unreal. This was my first pay-per-view that wasn't a WrestleMania. I've never done floor for a pay-per-view before. WrestleMania, I've always been in the 100 section or risers. So this was unreal. So it's funny. So I get to my seat and I'm standing there. I'm watching the end of the intro. It's literally the very end. I didn't see anything. By the time I'm at my chair, Roman Reigns is coming out. And the guy behind me was like, "Oh, you made it just in time." And I was like, "Yep," because I don't want to talk to this guy about the experience that I just had to go through just to get there. So I was just like, "Yep." And me and the guy behind me, we were cracking jokes left and right. It was him and a family. We were cracking jokes left and right. But before we go into the significance of that guy and his family, I'm really worried WWE is going to knock this down for copyright, but we're going to try and play it. I was actually on TV during the Royal Rumble. We're going to play a clip. Please don't knock this, WWE. Please do not copyright strike my ass. But here's the clip. I'm going to mute the audio on this because I'm sure if I play the audio, it would definitely get caught. But as you can see, this is during the Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin Falls Count Anywhere match. And Baron Corbin actually takes Roman Reigns and walks right by him. And there's me, loving my life. I'm unreal. I'm in shock that this is happening. The camera's right there. The security guard even warned me ahead of time. He's like, "They're going to be fighting down here." I'm like, "Oh my God, holy shit." I pointed at the camera like a fucking goober, but that was unreal. And then we get into the Women's Royal Rumble. And this is when things really get kind of cool. So the Women's Royal Rumble comes out. I'm a huge Bianca Belair fan. So when, Bianca Belair came out in number 2, I was losing my mind. People are going in and out, whatever. I'm taking pictures. I'll put up a few. These are actually going to be unedited photos, by the way, too. I'm going to clean some up, sharpen some up. So I've realized some of them are not the best. We're going to white balance them, fix them up. So I'm actually going to put my Instagram down below, the Birdie Boogie Instagram, which I've not really used in the past. But I figure I'll put some cool pictures on there. So definitely follow that if you're interested in the pictures. But yeah, so at one point Lana comes out and that family behind me is losing their minds. Like they are losing their minds. And I'm just like kind of confused because I'm like, Lana's cool, but like, let's relax here. It's, no offense to Lana, but let's relax. And one of the guys goes, "You see that guy over there?" And he points to a guy in a Rusev Day shirt. And I go, "Yeah, I see him." And he goes, "That's Lana's uncle. We're here with Lana." And I was like, "Are you joking?" Because then it was at that point in time that I realized that I was in the family and friends section for the Royal Rumble. Some of the people I saw, Dominic Mysterio, I saw Kim Orton. Actually, during the Roman Baron Corbin match, I was sitting next to Lacey Evans' husband and her daughter. That was an unreal experience because then at that point I was like, okay, what am I doing here? Like how did this happen? How did I have the luck for this to actually happen? But they were super nice. And what was crazy too, just to add to the excitement, is that whenever people came by, whenever someone got eliminated from the Royal Rumble, both men and women, they would walk right by me because I was right on the aisle. So I got high fives from people like Rey Mysterio, Tegan Knox, so that was unreal in itself. Some funny moments from that. Otis actually came by and grabbed me because, as you know, Otis kind of botched the save for Mandy and Sonya. So Otis grabbed me by my shoulder, which is like, "I almost had her, man." And I'm like, "I know, Otis," which was just awesome. And then I think what my coolest picture I have, and I have to show this, I've been showing this on my Twitter like nonstop because I'm just obsessed with this photo, is, realizing how close they're getting to you because there's no guardrail or anything. Like it's just them walking by. And I got this close to the Beast incarnate. I can't believe this is a picture I took in the year 2020, but here it is, just showing you how close I got to Brock Lesnar. But yeah, it was unreal. Just, general thoughts about the pay-per-view. Awesome to watch. Definitely, I think one of the best Royal Rumbles of all time. I think both the men and women's Rumble will go down as one of the best of all time. That men's Rumble was fantastic. It didn't need surprises. It was booked that well that it didn't need surprises or legends returning. I mean, we had a couple, but you really didn't need it because everyone had a story to tell, and you truly made Drew McIntyre a star. But yeah, I don't typically do reviews or anything of the show, so I don't want to get too into that. That's a little marky. But yeah, I just wanted to really make this video to explain my Royal Rumble story, talk about it a little bit, and just thank Billy and the WWE for definitely taking care of me. I was not expecting you guys to take care of me as well as you did. I don't know how I'm ever going to go back, to, a normal pay-per-view seat after sitting in that section. I mean, when you're seeing everyone in designer clothing, I mean, Kim Orton had her Gucci purse and just... It was an unreal experience, and I really want to just thank the WWE for taking care of me here. But yeah, I just wanted to share some pictures, share some videos. Like I said, I'm going to post more pictures from the Royal Rumble and Worlds Collide on Instagram. I'm going to be posting a Worlds Collide video after this. I'm talking about my Worlds Collide experience because that was a lot of fun too. That was a great show. But overall, this was a great weekend. I was a little worried at the beginning, but WWE made it right and ended up making the weekend a great one. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and tell me what you thought of the video, what you think of my pictures. If there's anyone you want to see pictures of, let me know because I took pictures of pretty much everybody. But yeah, I got to fist bump Matt Riddle. That was awesome. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe, follow my socials, join the Discord. But I just wanted to tell this story and really thank the WWE because I wasn't expecting them to take care of me as well as they did. And they really went above and beyond. So thank you, WWE. Thank you, Billy. And yeah, I'll have a video about Worlds Collide soon. Have a good one.